3, 2, 1, go. Morning. We are at Sandwich and we're going to head off up to do some fishing, but beforehand we're getting bait. So I'm digging commons here, there's a lot of them, just getting down there about a fork step, and we've probably got, how many we've got in that bucket, Aaron?
I reckon we've got about 100 worms in here.
So we're going to get some for today and tomorrow morning session, and then we're going to head on up the beach, another half a K, maybe a K, and start fishing.
Hard work, isn't it, mate?
It is hard work standing around. That was busted.
That was one.
That was busted. He's alright.
He's alright. He's alright.
He's alright.
He's a bit concussed. It's a long way out.
It is a long way out. We've just got our spot where we like to fish, and we've just been discussing the change in the seabed and how this shoreline has completely changed from the other day when we had the onshore winds. It's pushed in a lot of sand, so we've got whereas before, last week we came here, we had a nice deep gully in front of us. We've now got here quite a high mound, and then we've got a nice drop off at possibly 60 yards, which then comes up to a second sandbar, which seems to be a little bit narrower, and then probably at 100 yards it drops off again. What we're going to do is have a couple of dry casts here to see where we're hitting at high tide, and then we're going to set up, we're going to walk down to the water's edge, get a bait out and see what we get while the tide's right out. But we're not that hopeful, but better to have a bait in the water, isn't it, mate?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
always better to have a bait in the water.
And we've got enough of them.
Yes, we do. 150 worms.
I think it was 151.
I think we have 150 worms between what's in the bucket and
what's in our wraps. Yep. Right. Let's see if we can pluck some monsters out of here. Fingers crossed. Right, so we're just going down to examine these sandbars that we've got here. We've got to be clearing this one, which is fine because 60 yards easy, especially with the wind behind us. No worries. And this sandbar, full of worms here. So this is quite a nice little gully running through here, and we're probably at high tide. We've probably got 6 foot of water here.
It's no big deal. It's only 4 or 5 inch difference. This is no. I wouldn't class this as a mound.
Well, I still think they'd run round behind it. They come over it.
Oh,
they come over it, but I think they'll be feeding behind it. And I think, I mean, if wind behind us, if we can get to this. But that's a long cast, mate.
This is, I'm looking back, this is more than 120 yards.
This is about 130 yards.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, but honest to God, you're not really gaining much water. It's...
No, it's only whether the bass are interested in coming over this ridge. You are gaining, there is a 1.5 foot difference there.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so, mate. Right, going to do a couple of dry casts, see where we're landing. But it's always good, especially with a mark like this, it's always constantly changing. It's always good to get here when the tide's out so you can see what you're fishing over. Because an area that you fished a week ago really might not be that inviting a week later. But I think this is still looking good for bass.
This is nice. Landing here is going to be good.
See how far we're getting from high tide mark. A long bloody way.
Yeah, past the second.
Right, let's work out what that is then. So 1 revolution of the handle
Is a metre, around a metre.
is about 1 metre.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I need to get tight on it. That would help. Can't count. Right, we're tightening it now.
okay.
So we go from top.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen, 28, 29, 30. 130 metres.
130, take 3% off if it's 97 per revolution,
Okay.
97 centimetres.
And we'll just show that this is what we say it is, yeah? So where are we saying? A metre from that reel, handles in top position. We're saying metres about there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
About 95.
Well, okay, so
So
take
I'm
5%.
105 metres. 110, 105. So we put the worm on.
So in yards, it's 125 yards, the cast.
125 yards, we bait on it, 110 yards.
Yeah, which should still make you clear that second lump.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Let's go fishing! So just to run through the setup that we use here, which works really well. Gets us a good bit of distance as well. We're both on large 3-piece rods. Mine's 15'4", the Sonic Gravity, and then the Cinetic Cross Power is 4 meters 50, 14 foot. Yeah. So we're both on long rods. We both are on braided mainline. I think my braid's about 18 pound and that one's about 25 on that reel. So quite a thin diameter with a 33 kilo shock leader. We're both using a long range rig. So that's the shock leader clipped there. There's the rig, spring compressed. And then baited up on there is a couple of lug. Tipped off with a squid head. And the bass seem to love that. I would never put 2 hooks on that, just 1 hook. I know the bait looks long, but with 1 hook it's still quite natural. Moves around and flows with the movement of the water. With 2 hooks in there, that would be really rigid, and it may look big now. Once that's in the water, the worms start to move down, get washed out, and the bait probably ends up half the size. So still big enough to get a decent bass though. Now the water's coming in. It's up to the sandbar, the first sandbar there. We're going to go out and cast the bait and come back and put him in the stands. Oh, that's a nice fish. Nice bite. Got it? Yeah? Good fish? Oh, mine's gone over and all. Yeah. Oh, that's a good fish, mate. Well, I felt it. Well, I might have to put this down. I was going that way.
That's got to be like nearing mine, no? 52. Haven't you?
So, literally the rods had been out 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I've got a good keeper bass there. He's nearing 50 centimetres, isn't he? 45?
Yeah.
45 centimetres, 50 centimetres. He's a good 3 pound. If Aram can get the hook out, we want to get him back because he's undersized. We don't want to.
Oh my god.
Can't keep it. But so first cast, 2 minutes, 2 bass. Not bad at all. Right, Aram's going to try and release this. We got the hook out, it's bleeding a little bit, but let's see if we can get it back. Hopefully we'll go back. Come on mate, off you go. Please go back. Come on bass.
Straighten up.
He's trying, he's trying. He's gone.
Yeah, still straight.
He's upright and he swum off. Nice. Well done, mate. Well, bad was it?
Pretty good. Synchronized casts.
Yeah.
Synchronized beginning of bites.
Yeah.
Synchronized pull down on the rod tips.
Yeah.
Synchronized fish.
Let's hope it works like that every time, yeah? Every cast.
Yeah, but 2 minutes in the water. First cast, 2 minutes in the water, 2 fish, a fish each. Can't get better than that. This is pretty good bass fishing.
Oh, go on, go on, go on, go on. Come on.
Mine's been doing that all along. I don't particularly think they're that small either, you know.
No, I just don't think they're that confident at biting, are they? The bites are quite tentative. Yeah? Do you feel you have one? No.
It is a monster.
There's another fish though, mate.
It is another
2 casts, 2 fish.
snatcher though, you see.
Yeah. I think maybe the bigger bites were half decent and then that takes what's left on the bait. On the hook.
2 casts, 2 fish.
Don't know now. Very hard to tell, mate. don't think so. I think you might have lost him just then. Oh, just come off there.
Oh, film this. It's smaller than a bogger.
Well, it's still another fish, mate.
3 casts, 3 fish.
3 casts, 3 fish.
3 casts, 3 fish.
How long have we actually been fishing? 25 minutes?
If that.
Not bad at all. I've had the big one that's a keeper, first cast, and then I've just lost one.
Look at him shooting out.
Where did you put him?
In the channel.
Right.
And he just went shot out like that because he knows exactly where the exit is.
Look how quickly that comes in. Yeah, tiny. Oh, not so tiny, he's alright. We can go back. Not a bad bass. There's Mr. Seal having a look.
So close.
40 yards out.
If I've got a small bass on my hook, I'm in big trouble now, aren't I?
No, I think he knows. I think he's aware. So my third fish, and they're getting smaller and smaller. Hopefully this isn't a trend, because I don't think they can get much smaller than this. I'll put it back. I think that's over it.
Yeah.
Hello, mate. First bass for a while.
5 casts, 4 fish.
I think you've had 6 at least, or 7
What?
casts.
I think you'll find I haven't.
Well, I don't think I'll be editing that out, because I think you're lying. Just reeled in my line, didn't know there was anything on it, and it's tiny, but it makes a change from a bass. Tiny little smooth hound, barely the size of my hand. Let's get him back. bite. We're like 10 minutes short of high, I think, 15 minutes short of high. Sorry, mate. Just watch my hook there, mate. Good fish?
Yeah.
Oh, nice fish, mate.
Yeah, he cuts it.
He cuts it, mate.
He cuts it.
Hello, mate.
Cheers, mate. Whoa. He's fucking around.
Hold him out.
Well hooked.
Second keeper.
Second keeper, he wasn't coming off. And that was a very short cast.
Very short.
That was 30 yards.
Hello, mate. I'll get a picture in a minute. Aaron's busy singing away to himself. He's loving life. I mean, how much better could life be coming from the Canary Islands to fishing Sandwich Bay?
To Zurich, to Frankfurt.
Oh yeah, few stops. Sandwich Bay.
I did all that for Sandwich Bay.
Of course you did. Right, well it's high tide. And it's alright, we've got two keepers, one each. We've had some small bass, I've had a small smooth hound. The bass are in quite close at the moment, so hopefully as it turns we're going to get some better bites in an hour or so, but they're continuing at the moment, which is good. Got loads of worms, loads of bait. Let's just hope we get a couple more. On the surface, yeah. Is that a bass? Odd to be on the surface, mate. Oh, nice, mate. It's not bad. No. So after an explosive start, first half hour was mental. Fish bites every minute or so. It's ended up being like a damn box of matches. I don't know what went wrong. I think possibly at high the fish were within this gully here and we were overcasting to the next gully. And then I've just had a crack off casting. And that's me giving up, and Aaron's just possibly had something go through his brake, maybe a turn or something. So we're calling it a day. We've got two bass to keep, it's not bad. One's about 48 centimetres, the other one about 53, 54. So all in all, not a bad session.